So basically, in the last session, we have discussed a doubly linked list. So what is doubly linked list? How it is differ from a singly linked list? So that we have discussed. In the case of singly linked list, what we have is we have a single link in every node, right? So we have seen in the case of we can say singly linked list, every node is having a single link, right, single address, and the structure of the node we are designing in this way. We have two sections, one for storing a user's data, right, and another one that is storing one link, one address, and that will be the address of next node. In the case of doubly linked list, what we have is our node is having a three section. One is a LPTR, that is a link or address of the previous node. RPTR is there, which will preserve the address of the next node, and whatever data is entered by the user, that we are putting into a data section. So basically our structure node of a doubly linked list is divided in three parts. One is integer data, second is LPTR, that is the address of a previous node, and one more, that is the address of next node, that is RPTR, right? And then we have discussed few function, create linked list function that we have discussed. We have also discussed display function, del node function, and so on. I think in the last session we have also discussed insert at beginning, right? So here what we need to do is when this function is called, you just have to insert or create a new node, and that node should have this value, and you have to set this node into the linked list in such a way that that will become a first node. So for example, let's suppose if user say I just want to insert, so ins at beginning, right? Now how many nodes we have in the linked list, existing linked list? So let if you see here, so we have first value 5, then second value 10, then third value that is 15 and 20. So there are 4 nodes are there, right? Now what we need to do is, first of all, we are just putting a restriction. First user has to called a create function, right? If user has performed a create function, and if user has inserted 2 or 3 node, then the other functionality will work, right? So here what I will do is I just have to take a new one pointer, because see here we are inserting a new value, so for that purpose we need to create a new node, right? So new one pointer is needed. Then what I need to do is I just have to check whether the first pointer is null or not. So this is my this pointer. If first is null, that means user has not performed a create operation yet. And if user has not performed a create operation yet, obviously we will just refuse the user's request and will say your doubly linked list is empty. You just go for a create option first, create the linked list, and then perform this functionality which is called insert at big. Suppose if everything is okay, if user has selected that option, create linked list option, and then suppose if user say I want to insert at beginning, find which value. Suppose user say I want to insert 2, so obviously your first will not be null. If your first will not be null, then the computer will go to this particular line, and what it will do is it will create the new node, right? So here a new node will be created, and in that there will be 3 parts are there. This will be your RPTR part, this will be your LPTR, and this is a data part. Suppose the node is created on address 900, so obviously that 900 will be there in your new one pointer, because we know that whenever the malloc function is creating a node for you, you are actually getting the address of that new node here, right? So here in the left hand side of the equation we have placed a new one, so your new one will have 900. That means what we can say is our new one pointer is actually pointing to 900, yeah, right? And suppose this is your variable called new one, so this new one variable holds which value? The address of newly created node, because our new node is created on address 900, so here 900 will be there. Okay, Then after execution of this line, right, new node gets created. New one is having 900, so our new one pointer is pointing to this newly created node. What we need to write next, right? We have returned new one point to data is equal to value. Value is what? The value which is passed by the user. Here user want to insert 2. So this 2 we are putting into the data part of newly created node, the node which is created on address 900. So this is the data part. So here what I am doing is I am just writing 2 here, right? So I am just writing 2 here, right? So this line is completed. Now we are just going ahead. New one point to LPTR is equal to null, because I know that here we are inserting a node at the beginning. So obviously this node will become the first node, and in the case of doubly linked list, LPTR of the leftmost node or the first node has to be null. So here what we need to put is a null. So here we have set the null value, right? Another thing, new one point to RPTR is equal to first. So what is first? Your first is having 100. Where you have to put this 100? You have to put this 100 into the RPTR part of new one. Okay, fine. So what is new one? New one is 900. That means we are talking about this node. Where is RPTR of it? RPTR is here, right? And here what you have to put is address of the first node, because first pointer is having 100, so 100 you are putting here. So 100 we are just copying here, and once you are putting 100, a link will be established like this. Okay, now furthermore what we are doing is we are just setting we can say new one first is equal to new one. But before this, what you need to do is one more line that you need to write here. You just have to write one more line here, that is called a first, right? First. So what is first? First is your first node, 100. 100 means this node. This is your first node which is on 100. In its LPTR means here. So first point to LPTR. This is equal to what? The address of a new node, right? So new node is on 900, so we are just putting 900 in the LPTR of a first node. So first is 100. This is a node which is created on address 100. This is the LPTR of it, and here in the LPTR we are just copying the address from the new one. So new one is 900, so here you have set 900, right? So once this line is executed, right, then the link will be established like this. And now what you need to do is, right, this line, you just have to write this line, so that now your first is not pointing to 100, but now your first is pointing to new one. New one is what? Is 900. So this 900 you are copying into the first. So now your first is having 900. It will not be 100, it will be a 900, right? So in that case, the first pointer is pointing to this node which is recently created the node, right? So now whenever you are calling a display function, what display function will do? It will take the address from the first 900 and then it will print 2, right? Then we are getting the next address from the RPTR, so 100, so we are just going to 100, and then we are printing what? 5, so here 5 will be printed. Then again we are just referring the RPTR of this node, so it is 200, so we are just moving to 200, and from the 200 what we can recover is, we can recover 10. Then again we will ask what is the next address. So next address is 300, so we will just move to the 300 and then we can recover 15. Finally 15 will gives you the next address, that is 400, and on the 420 is there. Afterwards when we are referring the RPTR of it, it will be a null, so your display function will stop printing and all the value you can get it in this order, right? So here what we have done is we have inserted 2, right, in the beginning of the linked list, right? So insert at beginning. I think this function will be clearer to all the students. Fine. Now the another function that is called insert at end function, right? So here what we need to do is we just have to insert the value at the end. For example, if user say I just want to insert ins at end, right? So ins at end. Okay, so suppose user say I want to insert 25. So in that case what you need to do is, first we need to declare a two pointer. So the first pointer, that is a current pointer, and another pointer that is called a new one pointer. So my new one pointer is right here, n. Okay, now we are just checking if the first is null, that means user has not performed a create linked list functionality. So we will just print the message to the user, your w linked list is empty. First you choose a create option, create the linked list, and then you go for insert at end, right? Fine, and then we'll just come out from this function. But if everything is okay, if user has performed the create functionality on and all, so in that case the linked list is exist. Suppose that we have 4 nodes into the linked list, and the data value entered by the user is 5 and 10, 15 and suppose 20. Now user say I want to insert 25 at the end of the linked list. So first what we are doing is, obviously we are just creating a new node. So let us suppose this is my new node, right? And the new node is created on suppose address 900. So obviously what will be there in your new one? Your new one is having 900. Okay, and we can say your new one pointer is pointing to this memory location, which is called a 900, where we have actually created a structure for new node, right? Then the next line is new one point to data is equal to value. So which value user want to insert? So in the value variable what we have is 25. So this 25 you are just putting into the data part of the new one, right? So new one is 900 and this is the data part where we have to put 25. So here what we are writing is 25, right? Okay, fine. Once this is completed, then we are just going ahead with the next line. Here you have return current is equal to first, right? Now we are just searching the last node in the linked list, right? So obviously we will just start our journey from the first node. First is having 100. So first what you are doing is you are just putting 100 here, right? And we can say your current pointer is pointing to this memory location called 100. Okay, then we are just checking whether the RPTR of the current is null. Is this part is null? RPTR of current is null? No, it is 200. So obviously the computer will execute this line, current is equal to current point to RPTR. Now what is there in the RPTR of the current? We have 200. 200 you are giving to the current, right? So what this will do? This will bring your current pointer, right? Here current will be not 100, but now current will be 200. So we can say your current pointer will come here, right? And now current is nothing, it is a 200. Fine, again this is a loop, so computer will check, right? Again the header part of the loop, is the RPTR of the current is on 200, is the RPTR means this part is null? Again no. So computer will execute this line. So what is there in the RPTR of the current? So in the RPTR of the current we have 300. So this 300 you have to assign to your current variable. So now what we can say is, now your current is having not 200, but instead of that current is having 300. So now our current pointer is just moving one step ahead, and current pointer is pointing to this node, right, which is on 300. Again we will check whether the this RPTR part of the current node is null. No. Again the RPTR part you are assigning to the current, so your current pointer will come to 400, and now your current pointer is coming on 400. So your current pointer is here, right? Okay, fine. Now is the RPTR is null? No, right? RPTR is not null. So obviously you are just coming out of this loop, right? Now body part of the loop will not be executed because the condition is false. Now here what you have written is current point to rptr is equal to new one. What it mean? What is new one? New one is 900. 900 you are putting into the rptr of the current. Current is staying on 100 right now. This is its rptr. So instead of this null, we have placed a 900 here, right? So the link will be established like this. Then after executing this line, we are just going to the next line. Next line says new one point to LPTR is equal to current. So what is new one? New one is this one, 900, right? And in its LPTR means in this part you have to put the address of the current. So now what is current? Current is 400. Current is staying on 400. So here we are just placing 400. So the link will be established like this, right? So both the link is set up now. Finally what we need to do is, we know that we are inserting a new node at the end of the linked list, and whatever the last node is there, its rptr has to be null. So what we are doing is, we are just writing new one point to rptr is null. So here we are just keeping null, right? And in that way the the new node is inserted at the end of your linked list, right? So the functionality is quite simple. Okay, fine. So now if you want to we can say see this how that has been implemented. So we'll just go to the code block, and here I'm just opening a program, right? So here I have added the functionality that is called insert at beginning, right? We are just taking the value from the user. We have taken a new one pointer, then we are checking if first is null, linked list is not created, then we'll return. Otherwise we are just creating a new node, and we are setting this new node in the beginning of the linked list, right? Okay, fine. Now suppose if users I want to insert the value at end, again what we have done is, we have taken two pointer, current and new one pointer. First we are checking, right? If first is null, then user has not performed a create operation, so we'll just return from this function. Otherwise we are just creating a new node, then we are setting up the data, we are placing our current pointer on the first node, then we are searching for the last node. Last node is that node in which null is there in its rptr. When your current pointer will reaches to the last node, then we are just setting up this link, and the node will be inserted at the end, right? So if I'm just running this example, I'm just creating a linked list with 5 nodes, right? So that values are 5, then 10, then 15, then 20, then 25. We'll just go for a display. So it is showing 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 is there. Now I'm just selecting insert at beginning, option number 4. Which value you want to insert? For example, I want to insert 1, right? So that value gets inserted. How can we come to know that value gets inserted or not? Fine, we'll call a display function, and see here before 5 what you have is a 1 that is inserted, right? Fine. Now we'll go for one more option, that is called insert at end. So I'm just choosing option number 5 from the menu, that is insert at end, and I just want to insert 30 30 at the end, right? So 30. Again you just go ahead with the display function. So display function is a 2, right? And the 30 is inserted at the end of the linked list. Find this? Okay. So I think this functionality will be clearer to all the students. Now we are just going ahead and we'll see few more functionality. Okay. The next function, that is insert after, right? So obviously in the case of insert after, what we need to do, so here user will give a 2 value, one that is a key value, second it's a value, right? For example, if user say I just want to insert right? After 15, I just want to insert 18. So what you need to do here is you just have to create the new node with the value 18, and you just have to fit that node into the linked list in such a way that whenever we are calling a display function, 18 should be displayed after 15. So we need to find this node, 15 node, and after that node we have to set this newly created node, right? So this is what a condition. Okay, so here this particular function that we can discuss in a two case, right? In the first case, key is at the last node. So here, you know how user is calling the function. User is calling the function is this way. I just want to insert after, right, 20, and which value user want to insert? Say 25. Okay, so 25, that will be a value, and this 20, that will becomes a key. Okay, so fine. We will do the same procedure. First we will check the first node is empty. Obviously we will just prompt to the user the linked list is empty. First you create the linked list and then you call this particular function. Suppose if first is not null, right? If first is not null, what we need to do is we just have to search for the key value. So how can we search for the key value? I will just put my current pointer on the first node. So we will write current is equal to first, right? Then we will check whether key is here. No, right? Key is what? Key is 20, right? Here 5 is there, so current is equal to current point to rptr. So what is rptr? 200. So your current will come here, right? Again we'll check whether the data part of the current is same as a key value. No, key value is 20. In current's data part we have 10. So again you are just assigning rptr to the current and your current pointer will come here, right? Again we will check whether the data part and key values are same. No, data part in the current is 15. Key value is 20. So again you are just assigning a right rptr to the current and your current will come here. Now here you find a key value, right? So in the current's data part 20 is there, our key value is 20, so your loop will be broken out. But make sure this is the last node too. How can we come to know this is the last node? Because see here we found the key value 20, but 20 is we can say data of last node, and because here rptr is null, and due to that reason we are just inserting the value at the end of the linked list, right? So here what we need to do is I will just check the current's rptr is null. If this is the case, that means what? Key value is located at the last node, right? Now here what we need to do, here I just have to create the new node. So this will be my new node, right? So this is new one, and obviously how can we create the new node? By executing this line, right? Malloc function. Suppose the new node is created on address 900. So new one is pointing to this 900. This current is pointing to 400, right? So this is 400. Now we are just checking. First we are just putting new one point to data is equal to value. So what is value? 25. 25 we are putting into the data part of the new one. So here we are placing 25. Then we are checking is the current's rptr is null. So current is on 400 and this is the rptr. Yes, rptr is null. So this line will be executed. New one point to rptr is null. So first we are inserting at the end, right? And obviously 25 now will becomes the last node, so its rptr has to be null. So here I will put a null into the rptr. Then new one point to lptr is equal to current. So new one is this node, this is the lptr part, and here you need to put what? Current. What is current? Current is on 400. So we have set it 400 here. So the link will be established like this. And then the last thing, that is current point to rptr is equal to new one. So this is current is on 400. rptr means this part. So here what we are doing is we are giving the address of new one. What is new one is 900. So I am just storing 900 here. So the link will be established like this, right? So this is what one of the case, which is key value is located at the last node. Fine. Okay, now I'll show you the coding of this. But suppose it is also very much possible that key value will not be at a last position, right? Every time this will not be the case. So what will be the other case? So same function, insert after, but now our key value is intermediate node, right? So let's suppose user say I just want to insert ins after, right, 15. I just have to insert 18, for example. Okay, so what you need to do, obviously in this case again we will check whether the first is null. If first is null, obviously we are just showing the message first you create the linked list, then come out from that function. If it is not, then we will search for the key value. So we will put our current pointer here. Currently our key value is what? Key is 15 and value is 18, right? We will check the data part, right? Is it same as a key? No, key is 15. In the data part what we have is 5. So we are just assigning this address, current's rptr address, to the current. So now your current pointer will come to the second node, current pointer will come to the 200, right? Again we'll check whether the key value is here. No, again key value is 15 and in the data part of the current what we have is 10. So we are just assigning this address to the current. So now current is coming to this 300. Okay, now we are just checking is the data part of the current is same as a key. Yes, key is 15, current's data part is having the same value 15. So now your current pointer will stop the loop and it will stay on a 300, right? Now I just need to check whether this is the last node or not, right? So I will just check the rptr part of this current node is null. If yes, so the previous case was there, case number 1 will be there, right? So that if condition we have written here, see, if, right, and then rptr of the current is null, then the coding whatever we have discussed in the last slide, that will be executed here, right? Otherwise what we have done is we have created a new node. So make assumption that this is our new node, and for example the new node is created on address 900. So our new one pointer is just pointing to 900, right? Then the second line, new one point to data is equal to value. So obviously value is what? Value is 18. So I am just putting 18 into the data part of the new one, right? Now we are checking the previous case, that is current's rptr is null. If yes, then whatever coding or whatever discussion we have made in the last slide, that code will be executed and the node will be inserted, right? If that is not the case, obviously, so in that case we just need to execute this code, right? Here what you have written is new one point to rptr is equal to current point to rptr. New one point to rptr is here, right? And current point to rptr, that is current is on 300. What is there in the rptr? 400. So first you are putting 400 here. So now this rptr will send you on 400. 400 is this node. Clear? So the first line is executed. Now what you have written is new one point to rptr, point to lptr. So new one point to rptr, So this will be new one, point to rptr, right? It is 400. This means what? New one point to rptr. So in the rptr of the new one is 400. Fine. So 400 lptr. So what is there in the lptr of 400? 300, right? So here new one, here what we are doing is we are just copying the value or address of new one into the new one point to rptr, right? So here instead of this 300, what we are doing is we are putting 900. Okay, are you getting this? That means 400's previous node will becomes a 900. So the link will be established like this. Okay, then this code, what is current? Current is 300. This 300 we have to place where? In the lptr part of the new one. So this is new one, this is the lptr part, and here what we need to put is current. What is current? Current is 300. So here you have placed 300. So the link is established like this, and finally what you have written is current point to rptr. So current is this 300, right? And what is the rptr? Rptr is this part, right? And here what you are putting is new one. What is new one? It's a 900. New one is pointing to 900. So here I am putting 900. Fine. So now the link will be something like this, right? And whenever we are overwriting this, you know, we have overwritten this 500 and 400. So this link will be broken up, right? So this will be something like this. First 5, then 10, then 15. Now from 15 you are just visiting 900. So on the 900, 18 will be there, and then you are visiting 400. On the 400 we are getting 20. Are you getting my point? So this is what, there are two cases are there which we need to check, right? In the case of insert after. Fine. Now I'll show you that insert after function, how we can implement it into the code block. So this is a code block, and here, you know, insert after function is there. First insert after function, which will take two arguments. One is key, second is a value. We have taken two pointer variable. One is a current, second is a new one. We are just checking, first is null, then we are just showing the message linked list is empty and return. Otherwise you set your current pointer on the first node, start searching key, right? So here we are writing two conditions into the while loop. Whenever we are getting the key, we have to stop the loop, or if your current pointer becomes null, then again you have to stop the loop every time, unless and until we are not reaches to the key, or current pointer does not becomes null. You just have to go to the next node. So current is equal to current point to rptr. Now whenever you are just coming out of this loop, you just have to check whether the current pointer is null. If the current pointer is null, that means the key value whatever is entered by the user, it is not exist in the linked list, right? Suppose if user has inserted three value 5, 10 and 15, and user say I want to insert after 75. Now 75 is not there in the linked list. There are only three values are there, 5, 10 and 15. So obviously in that case we are just printing the message that is key does not exist, right? And if this is the case, we just have to come out from this function, so return. If everything is okay, if key is exist, what we are doing is we are creating a new node, right? And in the data part of the new node, whatever value is there that we are setting, now we are just checking whether the key value, the node on which the key value is located, whether it is a last node. If it is a last node, then you know, slide number 1, that coding you need to write. Otherwise, if it is not a last node, that means a second case, and in the case of second case we have to write this code, right? So I'm just executing this code. I'm just creating a linked list with 5 values. fine. Display the linked list. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 is there. Now I am just going for insert after. So that is choice number 6. Key value. We'll insert after 25, right? So my key value is 25, and I just want to insert a 28. So that gets inserted. We'll verify. Yes, 28 is inserted after 25, so the thing is working properly. Now once again we'll just go ahead with option number 6, insert after. Okay, and I just want to insert 22, right, after 20. So my key value will be 20 and the value I am going to insert is 22. Again we'll just select display option, and you can see the 22 is inserted after 20, right? So basically this is an insert after function. The next function will be insert before. Again, there are two cases are there, and what will we do is obviously we'll do the discussion of this insert before function as well as split, join, right, into the next lecture. Is there any question, query or doubt in my today's session?